fucking bored. I need me an award. My clothes you can't afford. If you need me, you ignored. I hit a fucking jug. I smash it like a bug.
Are we starting?
Yeah, we can be started now.
You heard that new Eric Rapide?
This is how you want to start it? Eric Rapide?
Eric Rapide, bro.
This is a TikTok show now?
Shit, basically, man. Fuck.
Anyways, welcome back to Am I Insane? Auden, where are we?
Mongkok. iclub Mongkok.
Where's that?
Hong Kong.
Shit, what's the date?
February 11th. February 10th.
February 10th.
Saturday, February 10th. 4:30
Mongkok.
p.m. Mongkok. Kowloon.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Not Tokyo, like I've mistaken this 30 times during the trip as Tokyo.
You get it messed up one more time, you getting detained for real.
I've been calling the money yen, and they don't appreciate it when I say that.
It's the HKD. Hong Kong dollar, man.
I don't think a dollar should be in the name of your currency. I think that's stupid because a dollar is what a dollar is a dollar in your currency. So how is it Hong Kong dollar as
It's
your
the United
currency?
States dollar.
No, you say this is America. No,
This is America.
You say this is a dollar. You say this is a dollar. That's a dollar.
Yeah, but if you look it up, it's the USD, the US dollar, bro. This is the HKD. Yeah, here they don't say give me eight Hong Kong dollars. They'll say give me $8.
Yeah, exactly. So why you gotta say HKD?
Because currency is the HKD, the Hong Kong dollar. Just like the US currency is the USD.
Look, I mean you're right, but I'm not gonna give that to you.
All right, man.
Anyways, yeah. So
I've been right a lot on this trip. He just doesn't give me anything.
I've been having been going up against a lot of battles on this trip, and this guy's just not giving me a break.
Shit.
Anyways,
you need one more break and you're gonna be straight, man.
One more break.
We're gonna get you that break at the airport today,
buddy,
bro.
please, whoever's sending prayers for me, please stop. That shit is not working.
Keep him coming, man. I need him.
Inshallah. Yeah. Anyways, so we're in Hong Kong. This is our last day. We're leaving in a couple hours for our flights. It's actually the only day where it's been this sunny.
Yeah.
Literally all the days we needed it to be sunny, there was no sun.
It's actually pretty cold last.
It was cold
2
and
days.
foggy, which maybe is why we got sick. We'll get into that.
No, I know why you got sick, but
Alright.
oh, maybe that's why I got sick. Man, fighting his throat right now. The throat stabbing him right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight through it for our 10 listeners. This is for you guys.
Shout out.
Shout out. I don't think anyone listens to this. I'll be honest though. Anyways, maybe Guillermo. Shout out Guillermo.
Yeah, shout out Guillermo.
I'm sorry I said no to your song a couple times. I'm just a perfectionist like that. Anyways.
Put Eric Rapide on it though. Maybe.
Yeah, get Eric Rapide. There's probably 12 of them in Gwinnett. Did you check? I'm pretty sure he's from Gwinnett.
He's from Vancouver, bro.
Oh. Anyways.
His roots are in
Okay, let's just explain the Eric
Simcha
Rapide, man.
Shui.
You're gonna mention Eric Rapide this whole video, so why don't we just mention it for people?
Nah, they know who it is.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Let's keep it pushing, man.
Eric Rapide is this guy, rapper. Auden.
He made that song.
What's his verse? Go.
But this
Yeah. Something like that.
He's blowing up here though, so we've been hearing him everywhere.
Blowing up
here.
in our specific unit because this guy just plays them nonstop while checking emails from work.
Shit.
But anyway, that and an unreleased Gunna track. It's the only thing I've listened to in the past week.
That Gunna unreleased.
Keep it unreleased.
Okay. You have bad energy today, bro.
Anyways, all right, let's recap the trip. Let's get into it. All right. You have to start first because you have an extra day on me. So
Yeah, I go from New York to Taipei. I do a 1 day layover in Taipei.
Where's Taipei?
What
Do you think everyone knows where Taipei is?
All right, man, my fault. Taiwan.
Yeah.
Does that help them out?
You said Mongkok like everyone knows where the fuck Mongkok is. Like, what do you expect, man?
They
Not
can
everyone
Google that
listening to
shit,
this
man.
is you.
They can Google that shit.
All right. Anyways, so you do a day layover.
I flew from New York City, New York State, United States.
All right, man, I don't need your zip code.
to
Let me pull it up.
Taipei.
1B.
I flew to Taipei, chilled there for a bit. It was a really nice city, very quaint.
You said it was cute.
Cute, very
Which
cute.
a word I've never heard you describe anything before.
Yeah, I didn't really know how to describe it. It's hard. Like I couldn't really put it into words. Besides, there's a lot of green space, very cute. I don't think a med would like it, but it's too cute for a med. But I fuck with cute, so I liked it.
Yeah, you fucks with cute.
But it was nice. I met some friends. Met up with some friends there. Chilled there.
Yeah.
Went around a bit. Very good, efficient public transport, just like here. Very clean city. Nice. First time in East Asia though, so that was cool. It got busy in certain areas, which was kind of a precursor to this. But yeah, chill. Then I came to I flew from Taipei to Hong Kong, like 2-hour flight at night. Got here at night. iclub Mong, which is where we are right now. And then med came the next morning. How was your flight?
I came from
Cathay
LAX.
Pacific. Cathay Pacific.
Cathay Pacific.
Free flight.
Free flight for me, but it was actually $600 because we delayed it. But yeah, free flight, 16 hours. You know, I was worried. I had 8 movies downloaded for Netflix. No, I had 13 movies, all with subtitles, downloaded.
Turn seat 63F to that goon chair. That's what that was. That should be in that goon chair, man. Look at
You had a free row, right?
Yeah, I had basically a free row. My flight was really empty. I don't know why.
Look,
but
I'm
anyways.
hoping my flight's empty tonight, but I'm looking at the map and it's not. The seat
No,
map.
Cathay Pacific. I'm on China Airlines. That might be why.
Oh, China Airlines out of Taipei is kind of funny. Ha. Anyways,
Where's Taipei?
Taiwan, man. We
There
learned
you go.
that earlier, if you were paying attention. Yeah, 16. I had a 15-hour flight. I slept through the first 12, and then I watched something. I watched some Beta Squad videos on my phone. You know, Chunks and me were like real close. And yeah, Nico and AJ Shabil and Sharky.
Darkest?
No, Darkest wasn't in the video. Actually, Darkest was in the video. No, it was the other one. No, it wasn't Philly. I don't know. But anyways, so it was. I brought grapes. I was prepared to be really scared and like lose my mind on the flight. But then I realized the flight said midnight LA time. And so I was just going to go to sleep regardless for 8 hours of it. And luckily, I was able to do that. I brought in my, what's it called? Face mask. That's what that fifth bag is, that mystery bag. It's a face mask. It's a scarf. And it's my neck thing that I can go like this on. And I was wrapped up in that up to a point that when they tapped me a couple hours into my sleep to go get pee, I like choked myself on the scarf because it was underneath my 2 shirts and my hoodie. Anyways, I was drenched in sweat. I felt so bad for the people at the end of the flight because I smelled like shit. Because I forgot to pre-run the deodorant before the flight because I was so
Crazy,
I was eating Panda Express at LAX.
Oh my God, man.
I took the risk and it paid off because I didn't get any bubble guts and the oil went straight to my sleep.
Crazy ass. Man.
Anyways,
that
yeah,
sounds disgusting, but okay.
And then I get here. I get to Hong Kong at
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Meanwhile, you've already slept in our place once.
Yeah.
Well, and so I get here. I
Shower.
shower, and then we're out for the day.
We go straight to that Hong Kong breakfast.
That's how you beat jet lag. You just keep going until it's night wherever you go.
We go straight to the Hong Kong breakfast.
Right. Right.
The
yeah.
first one.
That one. Super unforgettable. I don't remember what that was. Do you remember what that was? Eggs? Tea? It was definitely tea.
We got the tea. You had one sip.
I had
of.
one sip.
Ran through me. That was good though.
Yeah.
And then they gave us that like sandwich on the side. You remember? But you got that like chicken shit.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah,
One
the
thing.
beef. Yeah, I don't really remember it, but it was alright.
Yeah, one thing to know about China is that there's pork in everything. And so we ran into this the first place we went where 90% of the menu was pork.
Yeah,
And
everywhere.
all the ones that Zijen was telling us, hey, this is what you should try, was pork, or all the ones that looked good. So that was the first barrier. It's my first list of qualms with China.
We're not in China.
That's another thing, man. I can't say I'm in China. I
No, we are in China, but we're like in a special region.
keep saying Hong Kong Island, man. Okay, well, Hawaii is part of America, so fucking call it America. Like, anyways.
This is China. Say that shit.
I don't want to speak about the country directly for now, because there are cameras staring at us, and I think they're watching us in the lobby record this, and they're probably like, "Those guys checked out 4 hours ago. What are they doing?"
Probably, but they're probably interested, so they're keeping it pushing. No one comes up here though. This place is always empty. They always just chill down there.
Yeah, well, that's isn't that the point of having small places to live? Is you never stay inside. You always just go outside.
I guess, but everyone just chills on the first floor instead of here.
Yeah, but like, what kind of event are they hoping for here? Like,
I mean,
there's no view. Maybe if the sun is out more. Anyways, so first day we do that, and then
we went to the racetrack.
We went horse racing. By the way, PSA, I don't mess with horses like being fucked up with and stuff. And I made that very clear the whole time I was there, shaking my head no.
Oh, yeah,
And yeah, I felt kind of bad, genuinely. Anyways,
sure, man.
Yeah, but then we just looked at the names of the horses, and that's how we came up with the strategy of which horse we were gonna pick.
Seems like every male on a Sunday in Hong Kong goes.
Yeah, it seemed like it's like this every other week type thing. It's like this giant racetrack, like the size of like that was a huge stadium.
Yeah.
Like Mercedes-Benz Stadium, like if
Yeah.
it was unwrapped.
Yeah.
Basically like NASCAR with horses and shit. Anyways, 10 races. Let's list off some of the names we remember.
El Panda, he won me.
El Panda, that's the one Auden guessed correctly on, but he didn't bet on that one.
Yeah, but
and so it didn't fucking matter.
Ballistic Missile.
Ballistic Missile. In the Mood for Love. No.
No.
As Years Go By was one?
No, it was some Drake song.
In Deep for Love or something.
In Deeply in Love.
Oh, and then 5G Wave.
The 5G patch.
5G patch.
He almost got it.
Ooh, 5G patch. Oh, 5G
Comeback.
patch was in the back, and it second place.
I put my mortgage on that too.
Yeah, you put 100 HKD on that.
I think I put 50 HKD on that.
Oh. But yeah, no one won any money, and I didn't even try because I was like, well, I don't support this.
But this is also where we picked up on one of the interesting facts of the trip. The Chinese language.
What do you mean?
So El Panda was one of the horses that raced, and in English it said El Panda. But then I asked Zijin Zikong for what the Chinese pronunciation of that was, and they told me. And then I asked them, okay, so does that literally mean El Panda in Chinese? And they said no, it means black and white. And so the literal translation of El Panda in Chinese is known as black and white, while in English is El Panda. And then I started asking him other things. So like, okay, is that like common? And then he was like, yeah, like computer, for example, is in China, the literal translation of it is electric brain, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like rocket is fire arrow.
So
and
sick.
elevator is thing that goes up and down.
Yeah.
So like they don't like. It's pretty interesting.
And this
basically, he said they have a set list of words and they just start adding that shit on.
Yeah.
To make
they have like a word bank of words, and then with every new word, they just
mix
figure
and
out how to
match.
get there.
They just mix and match to create to.
So
make
instead of
something that sounds
language,
like a
they're
new
doing
word.
math.
Yeah, basically.
And this country's beating our ass.
It's pretty interesting.
It's interesting, but I don't understand how it's efficient at all, or legible, or how expressive you can even be with that. But I think I took a coding class on this in college once, actually, about languages and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It was very interesting. Anyways, won't get into that because I'm not a computer science major.
IT.
All right.
But yeah, the horse racing was interesting. It was all the guys, all the racers themselves were like very tiny men.
They were tiny little men, and most of them weren't even Asian. They were just like
Well, yeah, mostly white. Some Asian, some like I don't even know, like brown.
Some of the horses look jacked.
Yeah, some of the horses were jacked. Some of them look. Some of them were in a mood though. You could tell.
Oh yeah, the pissy ones. One of the horses was fed up and came last.
Yeah, he didn't
with
finish
a
the race.
5-minute difference.
He didn't finish the race. He would not.
He was
want
just
to
walking right and left. He was not.
Yeah.
Good for him.
But there's hella money. I think each race was probably like what? There's probably like
21 million.
No, I think that was for but like total was like 50 million HKD on each race,
Right.
which is like I don't know, like
50,000.
$6 million times 10, $60 million.
Times 10. You mean divided by 7?
Divided by 7 to get to the U.S. equivalent.
Uh-huh.
Times 10 is 10 races.
Oh.
It's probably like upwards of $60 million USD that was bet. That was
Didn't seem like it.
bet there. I mean,
I don't have no concept of money.
you saw the numbers on the screen though.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
but it's like 50 million.
I don't know how much that is. If it's a normal or a lot, but like, it's a lot of money to me.
Yeah.
The thing is, some people don't even watch the races. They're just sitting there like on their like they have like a newspaper. Everyone has a newspaper that has all the ballots on it. And the people just like fill the ballots out. Don't even watch the race.
Yeah. Well, they know all the stats.
Yeah, they just know. I guess they just bet on the
ready. They
stats.
came ready with the parlays and shit.
That was an interesting first experience of Hong Kong.
Yeah, that was good. That was first day, and then after that
We
night
got
we
street food
at the cafe with the famous chef.
Famous chef. It was good foods. I
They
really
use
liked it.
kerosene to make the food outside. It's the only place in Hong Kong that
Yeah,
can do that.
last kerosene grill in Hong Kong apparently.
And Auden asked, "Wait, people don't normally cook with kerosene?" I think you asked that.
Did I?
Yeah, you said something like that. You were like, "Oh, it's not normal."
Shit.
I feel like you. It felt like you didn't know what kerosene was. That basically.
No, I knew that shit. That's that fire liquid
Fire liquid.
kerosene. That's probably what it is in Chinese.
Fire water.
Fire water. I think that's what it is. That's what they said. No, fire water.
Sounds familiar. Anyways.
And then we also got exposed to our second interesting facet when they gave us the hot water.
Yeah. So when we ordered food, they gave us a bowl and a pitcher full of boiling hot water, and we were like, well, first I was gonna drink it, and later when I did try drinking it, it happened to be tea. Anyways, we tried drinking it. No, we don't try drinking it. The Gen Kong, they put all the spoons, all the chopsticks into the bowl, and then they pour the hot boiling water over it to clean it. And
disinfect that.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, that was only one of the 3 times a shop made us do that. I thought it would be more common after the first night when we did.
I think because that was like a street food place. The rest were like indoors, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, it wasn't the only place that did it. But yeah, they made us disinfect our own.
Yeah, basically to prevent the spread of hepatitis
Auden
A.
was tweaking. He had to do that shit 8 times.
No, I was like, they were doing this. So I was like, all right, they're doing this for a reason. Let me run it back.
Guy like me, I'm used to germs.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Let's stop teasing that.
So it was good. It was good food, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was great food. Loved
we had
it.
razor clams. That shit was crazy.
Yum yum yum. Chicken? No chicken that night.
No chicken. Razor clams, squid.
Oh, green beans. The green beans were really good. The vegetable.
Oh, the vegetable stir fry, and then some beef and potatoes. It was pretty good.
Yeah. And that was night 1.
Yeah.
AKA Sunday.
And then Monday and Tuesday we spent in exploring Hong Kong. Basically, we went from. So right now we're in Mong, which is in Kowloon, which is like in the New Territories, and then there's Hong Kong Island. Or I guess not New Territories, but like we're in Mong, which is not on the island. And
basically, if Hong Kong, like the traditional Hong Kong, like big city Hong Kong, is on the south, we're on the
north. Peninsula in the north, yeah.
Yeah, we're on that.
We're north of
still connected
Way.
with like trains and everything,
Yeah.
so not that big of a distance. Like maybe Brooklyn versus
It all looks like this behind us. That's all what it looks like. All these
here, not Hong Kong Island.
No. In
Hong
here,
Kong Island
in
is
Kowloon.
Yeah, Kowloon is like more residential-ish.
Yeah, all these. Yeah, this is another.
Until you get
crazy
to the
thing.
coast of Hong Kong, then it becomes more touristy.
Yeah, but this is another crazy thing. Like, there's literally hundreds of these.
Yeah, on our first day, we both were like just so like shot, like especially at the racetrack. Every like corner, every time you would turn, there'd be like right now you can see 3 of these buildings, right? And we'd see 10 of the same kind, and there's someone living there at every place. And
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can see the laundry hanging outside of all the units. It's like
the texture of these buildings is crazy because of the ACs and the laundry, and they're just so tall, and they all just have 2 elevators, I'm assuming too,
Yeah.
from what we've learned.
Dude, Hong Kong's like, I don't know, like
We checked it. It was like 160,000
something like that. It feels
per
like
mile.
after living in New York for 2.5 years, this feels like 10 times at least as busy as New York, dude.
Yeah,
This
when
is,
it was
like,
busy here, it was just like
crazy busy.
all my attention had to be on walking.
Yeah, it's like so much stuff going on. It's so little space too, and like these apartments are big, but then you also have to take into account the apartment size here is like half the size of a New York apartment apparently. And so you just double the amount of people you would normally expect to live in an apartment building live in there. And there's like hundreds, thousands of these. It's just crazy.
Yeah. So at like any point, you could literally be surrounded by like a million people. It feels like just because it's because these buildings, maybe not a million, maybe like 100,000, especially with those bigger ones. Like if we were over there, there's 10 common buildings, all like 30 stories tall, 20 stories tall, something like that.
It's taller than this.
This is 20 something stories, right?
Yeah, so it's 30.
30, and then each could have 1 to like 4 people in a unit.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it's gonna be like at least 10 units per floor, 15 units per floor, 10. I feel like 10 to 12.
10 to 12, 15, yeah.
I mean that's America standards. Who knows if it's. Anyway, so then you do the math: 330 times 10, 300 units, 1,200 people per building, maybe, possibly.
Probably like, 1,500, something like that.
Yeah, 1,500. So then it's not that many people, but it's still 10,000 people. Like they don't have. It's not this dense anywhere.
Oh, it feels crazy, dude. And there's like some certain areas, like we went to this one place called the Monster Building. That place is like insane. How, like just how densely packed everything is, and like it's like normal people live there, and it's like like
Yeah, the
normal,
Monster
like,
Building was crazy. It was.
It's just normal, right? It's just normal for people to live like this, but it's just to me, it's just like wow. It's like
Yeah,
the amount of people that live in the one area is just so much, and how busy it gets is like
yeah.
kind of a lot, but I guess it's normal to people here.
Yeah, and they're just like sharing 2 elevators for the entire building,
Yeah,
and it's
crazy.
like
But
most of the elevators here, half of them go to the even numbers, half of them go to the odd numbers. We
they
noticed,
skip level like 4
which
and
is
14
interesting.
and 13.
It's an interesting way to do it. I don't know if it really does anything.
I don't know.
Maybe it does, right? But anyways,
But yeah, we just walked around, chilled, like checked out Hong Kong. Basically,
Monday.
got some good food.
No, that first day was chunking, right?
Yeah, we went to the
None.
Kowloon,
Yeah.
old walled city Kowloon, and then we went to Chungking Mansions. This place is crazy, dude.
This is like Global Mall, like
Yeah,
on 30, like 300%. Like
this is like Global Mall times 1,000, but like picture it in like the middle of Times Square.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This is the most prime real estate in like one of the most prime real estate locations
Like
in Hong
Gucci
Kong.
stores, Versace
Yeah,
stores.
there's like Grand Psycho, like everything right around this. Literally on the bottom of this building, there's a Grand Psycho right there.
yeah.
There's a Gucci right across the street. There's like the presidential hotel, that like
Yeah,
five-star
yeah.
hotel right across the street. And then you just have this place called Chungking Mansions,
Yeah.
which you just like out on the outside it looks like a tall building, whatever, it's brightly light up, looks normal. But then you walk inside, and it's just like straight like Indo-Pac / African like
Yeah.
local food.
Most
and, like,
amount of brown people we've seen by far.
yeah, like outside there's just hella like Indo-Pac uncles.
It
Just
smells
chilling.
crazy.
There's
Like
apparently there's no AC in that place, so you can feel it because it was a little stuffy
it
in
was
there.
so hot in there.
And we only went to like the first 2 or 3 floors maybe, but like apparently you go up and it's like the
Yeah,
cheapest
there was
hotels.
a line to go and use the elevator to get up.
Yeah, that line never moved. But like there's like the cheapest hotels in the area apparently because there's no AC. Apparently, I don't know if there actually is no AC in the entire buildling, but on the
It
bottom
felt
floors
like
it felt like it.
Felt crazy. Fever dream.
Yeah, I don't know how the place exists. Like it's like it promotes. I guess.
And it's, by the way, the whole time we're in Hong Kong, it's like very fair weather, we say.
Yeah.
Like it's like 60s to
60s.
high 50s, but it's like humid and a little windy, which is like much more preferred than the summer. Whereas
Yeah.
all of this, everything would be just lit up. Like the subways would be lit up.
Yeah.
Chunking Mansion would be on fire.
Summers gets like 90 and 100% humidity. Like they were saying this shit gets bad here. Like this is like the most mild it gets apparently. And so
Yeah.
like imagine this in the summer. Like our first day here was pretty humid, and so I can't even imagine like in the summer. I was like, and especially in Chungking Mansion in the summer. Oh man, that shit is crazy. But yeah, Chungking Mansions is crazy. It's like prime real estate in the world, honestly, because like of how busy Hong Kong is. This could be one of the most prime real estate locations in the entire world. and you just have that there surviving,
Yeah.
and like nothing wrong with it. It's just interesting how it exists, and that like
In the pocket.
yeah, and like just where it is located is just so interesting and funny almost. We were gonna eat there actually. We were gonna eat at Paul's Kitchen, which seemed to be the only place in
With AC.
in the entire building that had AC, but we don't actually know because they closed before we got back to eat there. But it's like African food. It looked pretty good, but
That's one thing I'll mention. We left our hands into some real OG Chinese people, Zikang, Jijen, right? And they let us down. I'll be honest with dinner twice.
Oh, it's
We had McDonald's twice this week, and they fumbled. All I'll say is, he shall not be named. Didn't made sure the good eats were good. And
good eats were good.
I mean, the curly fries were good. We had a great Prosperous
Oh my
burger.
God. Yeah, we had McDonald's this one night.
After chunking, we were like,
Oh,
okay, I
yeah.
guess we have to eat McDonald's.
Yeah, because Paul's Kitchen closed, so
So we went to probably the worst McDonald's experience as a collective group you could have. Like,
it was
except
okay for
Auden,
me.
who had the only nice meal for some.
Well, I didn't really like
he was
the
giddy.
meal.
What
but
was
it
that tea you had?
An Owating.
Yeah.
It's not tea, bro. It's malt chocolate drink with crunch chocolate pieces
whatever.
on it.
Yeah, so we go there. This is like a McDonald's in Times Square equivalent.
Tim Shashway.
And so we go find a seat. Everyone goes get their meal. I sit in the seat. And then, so when we sit down, there's this older brown dude sitting next to us. And he's like watching a YouTube video on his phone and like eating naan and stuff. And I'm like, that's cool, man. I'm hoping he leaves by the time everyone gets back. But then he goes to the restroom and I'm like, oh, perfect. Right. He's probably going to leave after this. No, he comes back. He lays down. He puts his foot on my tote bag, his raw foot. And then Auden comes, and I'm like, oh, great. I'm going to go and pass this to Auden. I'm like, hey, Auden. They're like, yo, figure this out. Get us new seats. And he's like, what? And then he looks at it. And he's like, why are you sitting here? Like, I made the conscious choice to sit next to that guy.
He's trapped between two guys laying down with their feet facing him. Like,
They were
bro,
like working full-time shifts at the chunking, and they came there after, it seems like.
why did you choose this seat? Anyways, we find a new seat. Oh my god! And then we get like Prosperous.
I get my burger first.
Yeah, he gets his burger. And it's Chinese New Year, so they have like Chinese New Year themed food.
Yeah, great Prosperous burger.
Yeah, we got the Prosperous burgers, Prosperity burgers.
I think Zijian had a normal meal. Zikang was like, Zikang comes to us. He's like, they didn't give me my fucking, what was it?
Wings.
They didn't
No,
give
that
my
was
fuck-
Zijin. That was Zijin.
That was
That was Zijin.
Oh yeah, that was Zijin. Zijin comes, yo, they didn't give me my fucking wings, and we're like, oh man, let's explain it to us. He's like, yeah, I said, where's my food, and she said here, and then
And she's like,
and
"Get the fuck off."
and so then he eats the whole meal, upset that he doesn't
He
have
eats a
wings.
Sloppy Joe
And-
Prosperous burger.
He's like, he's so angry that he's eating, because we were supposed to go to our second option before McDonald's was this ramen type place,
Ichiran.
but it was all pork.
And there was also like a 45-minute wait, but yeah.
Anyways, and so then he finishes his meal, and then at the bottom of his meal, he realizes his fucking his
wings are buried
there.
at the bottom of his meal. He just whips them out, doesn't even say anything. We just look at him and we're like, huh?
Because he was complaining the whole time about that. And then meanwhile, Mark, he ordered his meal from the robotic kiosk, and they said pay at cashier to get your order.
He just didn't pay.
And he was just waiting in line, waiting for his number to be called. But he never paid for his meal.
So they canceled his order.
And so he had to re-up for another meal
get
and wait
back in
again.
line.
So it was 40 minutes until he got his meal. And so no one was enjoying that meal.
I thought it was funny though.
But it was so funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. And then
That was day one.
Yeah, day two is
Hong Kong Island.
Hong Kong Island, which is like the shopping
the
area.
hipster,
It's not even hipster,
financial.
bro. It's just like it's just financial district / like mega shopping mall area of Hong Kong. It seemed like it was
Yep.
alright. I mean, it was
Yeah,
just-
some very voluptuous malls, I'd say.
yeah, just like, but it's all the same. All the same big stores in all the malls. It's
Yeah,
alright.
the one thing we've noticed is that Hong Kong might have the most amount of Adidas stores in the entire world.
It's like
Because
every block.
there was one day we were walking across the street and we saw one Adidas here, around the block another Adidas.
It was like 8 in
And
one
we went
block.
inside and it was like a Payless shoes. It wasn't even Adidas.
Payless shoes. They putting that 3 stripes anywhere.
Put that
man.
logo on anything, I guess.
They got, yeah. I mean, Hong Kong Island is cool for what it is. Hella rich, hella financial buildings. Like, it was cool. I mean, very packed. The view from the other side looks cool at night though, because there's so many buildings. Literally across the entire horizon is just tall skyscrapers with like bright lights on it, which is pretty cool. But once you're actually on that side, it's just, I mean, it's just what it is. What it is. It's just like
Yeah.
tall skyscrapers
Just a city. Once
with
you've been
offices.
to a city like that, you've been to all of them. It seems like
What you say?
once you've been to a city like that, it's like
Yeah, it's like
they're all the same.
yeah. How much more different can it be?
Chinese opulence.
Yeah. Chinese opulence, yeah, I guess. And then the thing is, it was foggy that day, so we're gonna do the view from the
Victoria Peak, which is supposed to be the most beautiful view ever. Like literally, it looks sick. Whole reason, the whole time in my only thing I found when I was looking up, I was like, this is gonna be so sick. And of course, it's foggy as shit. And we're like, okay, but maybe the fog breaks at the top of Victoria's Peak, and so we take the monorail up, and we're getting up there. It's still foggy. And we get up there, still foggy, and we look at the line back. It's like
packed.
the biggest line back just to get back, and we're like, fuck.
They literally scammed everyone. They should have closed that shit down.
So we went up, and there was like nothing was visible at all. And then the line back was like, well, so long, but it was
went
pretty quick though. But
30 minutes.
looking at it, you'd think it'd be like a Disneyland hour-long wait. But yeah, we couldn't see anything, and so we'll never know what that looked like.
Unfortunately.
Maybe I'll come back here just for the view. No. But
that was Hong Kong Island, basically. Then the next day, which is Wednesday, was supposed to be us going to mainland China, Shenzhen.
Right,
There's a
okay,
way you can get a wait. There's a way you can get a. Normally, you need
what
like
is Shenzhen
yeah.
to
Normal.
Hong Kong.
I mean, Shenzhen is
'Cause-
just like Chinese Silicon Valley, new city built like 20, 30 years ago.
But this is like actual China, though.
It's actual mainland China, yeah, not Hong Kong.
Like
special.
Hong Kong is pretty much like very not authoritarian. Maybe is that the word?
No,
Like,
it is now, but Hong Kong is just
It seems
very
it
different.
just seems like a normal city to me compared to like the China you see.
yeah,
in, like,
yeah. Basically, the history is different, and it technically has whatever 2 systems, 1 country.
It
whatever.
seems like just any other tourist spot, obviously with a little bit of caveats. But
yeah,
anyway, Shenzhen's supposed to be like actual. This is actually what China is like.
in a way. But
Yeah.
so there's a way you can get a 5-day tourist visa to go to Shenzhen only from Hong Kong instead of getting the full-on Chinese visa, which takes a lot of application and bureaucracy to get through. And you can get it. You just got to pay enough, and you got to be from certain countries. And so we're all American citizens, right? So we go.
All of us.
Huh?
All of us. Me included. Me included.
Key word is
Remember
all
that.
of us are
I am
American
I am a
citizens.
U.S. citizen.
And so we go to the border. Everything's going fine. We're filling out our paperwork.
We take a train there. It's an hour-long train.
Yeah, hour-long train, whatever. We get to the border. Everything's going fine. I fill out my paperwork. Mark
we
gets
get
his.
past through like maybe 2 already. Like here's your passport checks type of thing.
Yeah, but that's on the way out of Hong Kong. And so now
Yeah.
we're in like no man's land,
which is like
before China, and, like
TSA
after Hong
type shit.
Kong.
Yeah.
I fill out my paperwork. I get my passport fine. Mark does the same. His is fine. Ahmed, they call Ahmed up to the counter.
They call me to the counter. I pass him my papers and then my passport. He looks at my papers. He's like, okay. He looks at my passport 3 seconds, like not even more than 5 seconds, and he's like, no, you can't do it here. And he passes me a card. You have to do it at Hong Kong Island. And that's it. That's the extent of the information they would give me, even after Zikong and
Yeah, even as Zhang spoke him in Chinese, he said, "Nah."
He said, nah, go to the island.
They technically don't have to tell you why they refuse a visa. It says on the board, but
Yeah.
the real only difference between him and me and Mark is
Like we all 3 have
American
U.S. passports, and I am a citizen now. And the only difference is I was born in Pakistan.
yeah, and then it says on his passport, and
That's literally the only difference in the passport, other than our names.
but even then, my name could be Arab too. Like my name,
And Mark had a crazy Russian last name or
yeah,
something.
Mark's Ukrainian, so
Yeah. So, anyways, there we are.
and so
I got rejected. I got kicked out.
they said nah to him, and so I have an unused China visa on my passport because I went back with him.
I got deported. I told him not to come back with me. I want everyone to know he's throwing a campaign of he's a nice guy. He's coming with me. I was completely fine.
I can't leave my
If
boy.
you hadn't come home, I would have been healthy. And I want you to remember that. If you would just listen to my wishes.
No. See, man,
I had so many YouTube videos saved up. It would have been a perfect
You still watch
Ahmed's
them
day
all,
in Hong
though.
Kong.
You
I know, but I got sick. because of
Because you gooned in my room, bro.
Don't say that. They're gonna believe I was gooning for real. Anyways, yeah, and so Auden's spinning this campaign that he's
No, but the thing is, that day I stayed in the other room though, so it was the second day anyways, which you would have. I would have been with you anyways. So,
all right. Let's not think about the specifics.
but yeah, so we came back on the way. Also, it takes us like 2 hours to get out.
Oh
of,
yeah, we got stuck
to
in
get out of no man's land because like
We had to pass our passport to like 3 different people.
yeah, some Chinese bureaucratic officers.
Because it's
take our
like you can't.
passports.
This is like, you know how these government buildings are. There's like one
It's like a
whole
one-way.
floor just for like entering, one whole floor for leaving.
Yeah, so we're like in the one way enter China, so we
It's-
can't really turn around.
So
we
we need
asked
to like
the
talk to
guy.
like 8 dudes, and we need to talk to as much people as we can with Zhen and Zikong because they can speak Chinese.
Yeah.
And then we can go back to whatever the next. Anyways, yeah. Eventually we got back.
Eventually
Nothing
we got
crazy
back.
happened there, but it was annoying. It was definitely like eye opening on like this is how like immigrants in America must feel like at the
Yeah.
immigration office when like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bro got
And like we
discriminated
had like a
against.
pretty clear like thing, and like we were able to communicate it type sort of. I don't
Yeah.
even know how. Actually, I honestly that was like still the most mysterious part. I don't know what they were checking or what they were doing the entire time of, like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like we just all we said is we need to go back.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
And
They
they
couldn't-
were like running checks for like 10 minutes each. 15
Yeah.
minutes each. Anyways, and so that's just scary. So I might become a lawyer after this. Immigration
Finally.
lawyer.
But then,
anyways.
at that point, I'm actually cooked. Like I'm sick. I'm like cooked sick.
He's heating up.
Yeah, I'm getting cooked. Like honestly, kind of good thing I didn't go to China because I didn't want to get their family sick. But
Yeah.
I'm like cooked. So I come back, knock out. That day is just a wash, basically. I don't know. Man's gooning in the room.
I'm just
probably.
watching YouTube videos. I had
Gooning
so
in the
many
room.
YouTube videos. Oh, it was so great.
Man's gooning in the room. I just knock out the whole day. Next day, wake up, cooked still.
Yeah, he's like in the coffin position on the
Yeah,
bed. Like
cooked.
that's some shit I do.
I like that day is basically cooked still.
Everyone else comes back from.
They come
China.
back. They give us some red bean bun, which is pretty good, right?
Yeah,
bud?
so good.
Um,
Did we leave that in the room?
you left it in the room, and then so
Anyways.
yeah,
This is yesterday we're talking.
yeah, this is yesterday. I'm
Yesterday you
no. This is Thursday. Yesterday's Friday,
Oh, right.
and so yesterday
So Thursday, yeah, you're still sick.
I'm cooked. But the thing is, this guy just decides to spend the entire day in the room with me while I'm just dying.
Cause I was with him the past 2 days. Direct.
No,
And I was like, there's no way that I would have had this already if I had this. Because Zikong already was sick, which I later learned was it was just a headache. It wasn't actually sickness. And so I thought I cleared it by using my hand sanitizer so much. Genuinely, that's how I thought I beat it. I
think you're just lazy, man. I'm just keep it a buck.
And I was lazy. I mean, I was.
Bro didn't want to leave the goon position. We'll put the
Stop.
pick up.
We're not putting that. That pic shows nothing. That was me watching YouTube videos.
Bro was gooned in the coffin position the entire day, right 2 feet away from me while I was coughing up a lung.
I'm like, I have a great immune system though, you know those people who always were sick in school, like they were always out every other month, like like a couple of days a month.
Yeah.
My little sister's like that. I don't get it. It's like you got a weak immune system. I don't think you were like that. Anyways, that's a side tangent. Let's not get into that. But honestly, it was a little bit. It was just laziness. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get sick, and yeah, I was wrong.
He also don't got he doesn't have motion, so he doesn't have motion without me, so he's kind of just stuck in bed, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's like, what am I gonna do? We are pretty much already tapped out the entire place near us. Maybe I could have got a tattoo, but I was so lazy because we were walking so much those first 2
Yeah, we
days.
did
We walked
walk
like
a lot.
30 miles, or at least 30 miles, like 18 and 12, I think Mark was saying. So maybe 18 to 15 for us. And so I was like, I'm totally fine with having a midweek break. But truthfully, yeah, I probably could have stepped out the room more.
The one thing we did though is we copped some posters from this pretty cool movie poster place.
Yeah, it was our second time visiting there. Yeah,
Yeah, you know me, I had to get that Infernal Affairs, bought it out, took it off the wall.
I took it off the wall.
I walked in again today. They recognized me. They pointed at the wall, and I said, "Yeah, that's me." They know I got that shit. Infernal
Yeah.
Affairs 2, Tony Leung, Sam Wall, my guys.
That's cool, man. I'm proud of you. Just remember to start hanging shit up in your apartment, though.
I'm gonna make that Infernal Affairs shrine, man. You gotta do the incense like at the Wong Sin Tai temple, man.
Oh, yeah. Remember, what did I do? I blew it out instantly. We were at this temple, and, like for Chinese New Year type thing or something.
Buddhist temple.
Buddhist temple.
Was
I'll
it
be honest, I was
Chinese-
walking around. I was not
Chinese
paying
New
attention.
Year temple. Crazy.
They would be talking about stuff. The only thing I really cared about was the city, the
Kowloon.
Kowloon city.
Yeah,
Like,
walled
the lore
city.
of that was sick because it's like some like dystopian type shit.
Yeah.
With like the most dense ever, and like the whole hotel, the plane goes over the hotels, and like they can't build any higher, and there's no foundations, and
Yeah.
so sick. But anyways, yeah, we go to the temple, and we have to. You got to get these little firecrackers or whatever. They're
Incense sticks.
incense, and you got to light them up 6. Of course, I'm the last one to get them because I always end up being the last one to get it. And yeah, I light mine on fire, and then they're like, okay, burn it out. I'm like.
I say flick it. You flick it, and it does not. And he blows it out. But apparently, you're not supposed to, I don't even know that. You're not supposed to blow it out.
Yeah.
But it's
And
not
they're
good.
like, no. And then I was like, shit.
But it's whatever.
But it was okay. God forgives me.
Wong Sin Tai.
Anyways, that was side tangent.
Wong Tai Sin.
So yeah, I wake up yesterday
Cooked.
sick. I got.
You don't feel that bad though.
I don't feel good. I just have a sore throat. Like I can clearly feel I have a sore throat, and so I'm like, I should be straight for today. But then I realized. But then, so essentially, what was happening is all my energy was okay because I was sitting in bed for like the first 2 hours of the day, and then Aden's pretty much recovered at this point. He still has his little cough, but just pretty much mucus at this point, right?
Yesterday I'm still feeling a little. Today I feel much better, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
better, yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, I get ready for my shower, and we start walking there, taking the subway, and I am
Cooked.
tired after literally outside, like right there. I'm tired, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep pushing through, and I'm gonna keep maybe I need just food. Maybe I need food, right?
Yeah.
Because that's my idea. Because it's like kind of late, and I haven't had food at this point. Another thing is I changed my Invisalign trays the night before too, so my jaw is just cooked. It's just like hard because it's like the new tray and it's moving it, and this is like so it's painful to eat. So even to eat's hard. Like it has to be very soft food. Anyways, so we're walking there and we're taking these subways, and I'm trying to sit down in any seat that's available, even if there's like an old lady. I'm just like, I can't. Lady, I need this more than you. I'm so cold the entire walk there. It's not.
Look at that. He even asked me, "Are you cold? Are you cold?" I'm like, "It's all right."
Yeah, I asked so many times. I was wearing 4 or 5 layers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get to the ferry, and
So we're going to Macau, by the way, which is like an hour ferry across the
it's
bay.
Las Vegas of China.
Las Vegas, yeah, but it's like 7 times. They got the 7 times the gambling industry as Las Vegas, so it's quite big. And you also need a passport. It's another special autonomous region type thing. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those things where you need to clock out of Hong Kong and clock into
It's a
Macau.
Portuguese ex.
So we both had no problem getting into the Macau. But yeah, and so while we're at the train port, I'm thinking to myself, I should go back. I feel like I have no energy, but I'm like, maybe I just need food and a nap on the ferry ride. And so I pushed through, and I'm like, and so ferry ride's pretty smooth on the way there. I was able to get pretty much full sleep. So I felt good for like 10 minutes, and then with every step, I'm like, no energy. And yeah, now it's like, okay, let's get food. So we take a bus to the city from the port.
The bus giving him a little bit of motion sickness.
A little bit, nothing to worry about. I would never get motion sickness. But yeah, we get to this noodle place. Pretty good noodles. On any other day, would have loved eating those noodles. But I could
You
have
ate,
like
2 bites of
I
them.
had like 5 noodles, and I couldn't eat any more. And then I was like, man, I gotta go back. You can stay, and so yeah, he just left me on my own to go back without helping me in any way.
I paid for the bus
He wasn't even
ride
gonna
back.
pay for the bus. He wasn't even gonna check the bus ticket thing. He was just gonna walk in the other direction before we find out it only took cash. Anyways, yeah. So then I begin my journey back to
Hong Kong.
our hotel in Hong Kong, which, if you're keeping track, it's an hour to get to the ferry, almost like 40 minutes, and then it's an hour from the ferry, like it's an hour ferry ride. So it's gonna be at least, I'm trying to get the 4:00 ferry because we just got there at 3 and we're eating, and so I'm in my head. I'm like, this is also what helped me make the decision. I was like, if I don't leave as soon as possible, it's gonna be like 9:00 by the time I get there, and I'm just gonna. That's so stupid of me. Anyways, yeah. So I head on back. I'm the only guy in the bus on the way back. I'm sitting in the front because I'm like, I'm not gonna get motion sickness. I don't want to get motion sickness. I get motion sickness. I puke 3 times outside of the bus at the outside the train the ferry stop. It's like it wasn't like in Ibiza when I had to run out of the train, when I had to run out of the bus.
Yeah.
It was much more like, where can I puke? I think I'm about to puke, and so I found right behind the stairs there was a good place to puke, and some like train attendant or bus attendant was looking at me for one of the pukes, so I had to move to another spot. Anyways, I sent that to him. He's like, bruh, it's all noodles, by the way. It's all noodles, which is all I've had today. And I'm like, great. And then I guess stomach acid. Anyways, I'm like, well, the ferry is only, it's 30 minutes away. It's 4:30. I'm like, I can sit here and wait till 4:30, no problem. And then I can take a nap on the ferry. Perfect, right? No. So we get on the ferry and it's choppy. It's not smooth on the way back. It's choppy. It's like I had to use a puke bag 3 times.
Crazy.
And I was worried it was going to leak through.
Ew,
and I was
man.
keeping it on my thing, and then I was like, no, I'm just going to put it here. And then I got the second one right. And I was sweat. I was wearing all my 5 layers still. And I was like, there was literally a layer I've never sweat that much in my life. Like it was like a lake was on my forehead. I don't and so then for the last like, I don't know how long, it must have been the longest, like 30 minutes of my life, I was just breathing for just making sure I didn't throw up again, because I was like, I don't know the fidelity of this paper bag and my puke. By the way, the puke bag is just, I don't know what it's full of. It looks like chicken corn soup, but it's not chicken corn soup, but it looks like that.
Kanji.
But kanji. Anyways, yeah, and so then I get to the trains, and that's like not easy, but I'm standing still. I'm like half dead, and I get here and I just knock out.
You forgot the thing about you almost got detained at
Oh, right, yeah, that's so
Customs,
in this fugue state of getting off the ferry and throwing up, I almost got deported for a second time, because the lady at the booth, well, approaching it, I was like, why did they need me to fill out this form again? I filled this out when I came to Hong Kong, so I'm already a little confused. And I'm hoping they, like, on their side aren't confused, right? But no, she asks me something, and I have no idea what she asks me, and I just say an answer that I think is right, and she's like, what? And then I'm like, I say it again, and she's like, she asks me something. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I repeat the same answer. And then I just start passing her my paper slips I've had for the past 3 days of, here's a ticket of me coming into the city. Here's a ticket of me leaving the city. Here's my, and then she's like, which flight did you come from? And I'm like, LAX. And, basically, she had to call her superior, and then superior guy was like, cool. He was like, so what are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, I was just here with my friend. I got sick, man. I coming back on my own. My friend doesn't care about me, I guess. And he's like, oh, I see. And then they make me wait in a detention center, no food, no water.
Thank God, man.
And that was just a waiting room for like 10 minutes, and then I was free to go. But I was almost locked up twice. That's twice.
Shenzhen want him dead.
I'm hoping when we leave today, I don't get locked up. Because at this point, they must flag my name or something.
Yeah, probably. Shenzhen wants him dead. That's all I know.
Shenzhen wants me dead. Yeah, anyways, so then I get there and I sleep until you come at like 10:45.
Yeah.
So tell the people about Macau.
Macau's pretty cool. I wish I had more time there, honestly. It's very similar, but it's not as, there's not these tall ass buildings, as many of them. It's more smaller. It feels much more Portuguese, and this feels British, which I liked. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, everything was like half Portuguese.
They all have Portuguese everywhere. Some people, I met some dude that spoke Portuguese from Macau. It was pretty cool. Reinaldo, shout out you.
Yeah, Hamey.
Reinaldo.
Reynaldo, yeah.
He told me about the Macanese language, which is cool. I tried some Portuguese Macanese food. Went to a cemetery. That was cute.
Weird fucker.
Yeah, it was interesting. Though, because at the cemetery, they would show pictures of like the people who were buried there, and there'd be like an Asian picture, but then his name would be like Alfonso Ribeiro de Souza, and I was like, yo, that's kind of interesting. And I know why, but like
That's sick.
it's like an Asian lady, and her name's like Luisa. I don't know, Luisa Guerrero or something like that. And it's like, oh,
Damn.
but it's a Catholic cemetery, so obviously they're Catholic people, but it's just the Asian face with the Portuguese name was pretty interesting. And Macau's also known for casinos, right? So I went to the Grand Lisboa, put $20, 20 HKD into. They don't take patakas at the casino, which is I thought it was weird because the Macau currency is pataka, but they only take Hong Kong dollars. So I had to convert my pataka to Hong Kong dollars. I got these for no reason. Anyways, I put 20 HKD into slot, lost it, put another 20 HKD into slot, and then got 33 at back, and then cashed out. So lost 7 HKD at the Grand Lisboa.
So overall, you're a loser from horse racing and
Yeah,
ATM.
I guess so. El Panda though, black and white, but
How deep is your love? That was the name of the other horse.
how deep is your love? Drake song. Macau was sick. I wish I had another day there. I think he would have liked it too if he.
If I wasn't dying.
Yeah, if he wasn't dying, I think he would have actually really liked it.
Guess we'll never know. I mean, I stepped on the land though. That's all that counts. I was there. You weren't.
What else at Macau? I know. Shout out Reinaldo, whatever. He was cool. Chopped it up with him for a good 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then today we just chilled. Really, like went to movie marks again. Got some Kurosawa. If you all know about that. Kitano.
It's not for him. He
not for me.
Never seen that, but yeah. He didn't know about it until yesterday, but
I don't watch movies.
I don't watch movies anymore either.
And then we went to Ruby Tuesdays.
We went to Ruby Tuesdays in Hong Kong.
First
They
experience.
had a Ruby Tuesdays there, and so.
And now we're just chilling until we get back to the airport. We're at the iclub Mongkok. Shout out, y'all keeping.
We're gonna eat the Popeyes at the Hong Kong airport.
He's in
It's gonna go crazy. My flight's at midnight, so I got.
He's going back to LAX straight drop. I got a layover in Taipei for a day again, so I'm gonna check it out one more time, and then I'm back to JFK.
Yeah, so that's the trip recap.
Asia trip.
We were supposed to do 3 episodes, but we just got busy and then sick.
And then sick.
We probably could have done 2 episodes if we hadn't got sick.
We got busy, sick, and then deported too. So
yeah.
all 3.
All of those things.
I hate you.
What are you looking at me?
Crazy ass.
I'm just shy now.
no.
Anyways,
it's actually getting chilly again now, but
yeah, the sun.
Hong Kong is cool. I really
What are your
liked
thoughts?
it.
Overall thoughts?
Yeah, no, it's. I didn't realize how busy it was. Honestly, like this. I don't know if there's a place busier than this. That's crazy. Like this is. I don't know how you can get busy.
Morocco was pretty busy though.
Yeah, but not like this,
Marrakesh?
dude. Like this is like.
Really? I feel like that's just as busy.
Nah, dude. The amount of people here, like this, could pack. Like I don't know, dude. This is probably the busiest place I've ever been to. For sure, it's the busiest place I've ever been to. I don't know if anything can get busier than this.
Pakistan.
I mean, yeah, maybe, dude. Like that's just crazy.
Well, at least this place has organized traffic. Yeah, once you go over there, then you'll know that you'll know no organized traffic.
Not organized. Yeah.
Which is you'll be afraid for your life on the roads. The buses.
I'm good, man.
Oh, brother. Anyways.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's just very busy. But I liked the experience. It was very cool learning about the history and the culture and experiencing it. Omhai Guaylo.
Yeah, what are the words you learned, man? Tell us all the words you learned.
Gasiba.
Gasiba, which is
Carlsberg in Cantonese. That's crazy. They changed the name.
So he said that's
Gasiba
for 2 days straight. Per usual.
I'm sorry. That's no. Hi. That's yes.
What about thank you?
Thank you is Deutsche.
Okay.
Omhai Guaylo means I'm not a foreigner. Ohai Hunkenge means I'm a Hong Konger. What else I learned?
Sounds about right to me.
Zhang, that's like tasty. Or good, I think. And then
sounds it.
I know some Mandarin, but we're in Hong Kong, so we don't fuck with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought my thoughts on the trip. Interesting place. Not as interesting I thought it would be.
I thought it was really interesting, but that's just me.
No, I mean I thought it's definitely cool, but it's from. I thought it'd be much more different. Maybe I don't know. It just seems like, globalization, man. Everything's the same. Everyone here is wearing the same thing. Everyone's wearing everywhere else. It's Arc'teryx up out here. And
That's true.
I don't know. It just feels like the world is much smaller than you think. Like it doesn't feel like that big of a cultural change. I don't know. I don't know why, but definitely very cool in terms of like architecture. I'd say just these buildings, decent subway.
Subway.
I love the
thought Subway's really
7-Elevens
good.
at every corner.
7-Elevens, yeah. Hella
That's
7-Elevens.
like really. That's like really. I love that, especially when we need to drink our fucking water bottles every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I like it. No, I mean, it's okay. It's cool. But I think palate wise, there's very few things for me to eat out here, and like that's a big thing for me. And
What do you mean by that?
just pork. There's just a lot of pork takes 80% of the 70% of the menu out, right? And then 30%, and it's like, okay, well,
Chicken?
yeah, and I don't want to have chicken all the time either. And so then it's like, okay, well, I mean, Thai food. That's the food I had, by the way, is the Thai food on the second day. I like ate all of it. What was your favorite meal?
The street food meal, that was good.
The street food on the first night?
Yeah. that's
Yeah, you
fire.
guys enjoyed that.
Crushed that.
Yeah. So that's my summary. Any? What have you been watching? Last recaps. Let the people update.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List.
Right it back. Good movie.
Some shit I'm on.
Original Schindler right here. Original Oscar Schindler. Netflix.
I would have saved them all.
What else did I watch? Schindler's List. What is it? I haven't really watched so many movies. I've been reading though. I read 3 books this month. So.
Same. I read 2 books this month. No, last month, I guess.
Yeah, last month. So I'm on that. I've been reading on the subway to work every day now. So I just crushing pages.
That's how you do it, man.
And then I'm going to. I just went to El Salvador.
El Salvador with who?
Miguel.
Miguel, right. And you're going again with Miguel to.
I'm going to DR
Oh yeah.
this week.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna spoil that. I'm gonna release the episode tomorrow.
Unreleased.
Yeah.
Nah, I went
It's a
with.
surprise for the beloved. That's
I'm going with my girl, bro.
Miguel.
Yeah.
That's cute, man. Don't make me censor that later.
Why did I make you censor that?
Last episode you made me censor it in September.
That was September, bro.
The September episodes.
Yeah, that was like 5 months ago.
No, but I released it in December.
Oh, yeah, but like that was filmed in September, so yeah.
You know what? Oh, but
Oh my.
anyways, what are your
fighting.
intentions? Yeah. Anyways, what I've been watching, I've been reading the book. I've been reading my fucking 3 Body Problem, Dark Forest. Gonna read the 3rd book when I get back, or maybe on the flight. And I'm gonna watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith, new Gambino, got on Glover's show. I got that loaded up. Netflix going strong. 300 movies, 20 TV shows. I'm buying more hard drives. No music, no life. Agony by Young Lean. Take a pill and
Good
go to
song.
sleep. You know about that?
Yeah.
And then
Red Bottom Sky.
yeah, I mean, come on, classic. But movies, I watched Infernal Affairs 1 and 2.
Essential.
Basically, The Departed, but
I mean,
Tony
yeah.
Leung kind of makes
carried
it easy. He's better to watch than Leo.
And Sam Gould.
And Sam is cool. Before he got canceled, and they have pictures of Sam everywhere here.
Apparently got canceled. I don't know.
But he got canceled, so
Shout out.
I don't fuck with him. But shout out Tony Leung. We touched hands
Yeah.
at the Hollywood.
Wong Kar Wai too.
Yeah, we all touched hands, and everyone was like, "I got bigger hands than him," and I was like, "I'm just happy to be here." And
I didn't touch his hand. It's nasty.
all right, buddy. All right, well, I don't know when the next episode is going to be. I'll be honest. There's no foreseeable trip in the future, so this might be, and I'm planning on this being the last link too of the last 10 links. So
Yeah, this is link 23 out of the last 10 links. So
This is the last 10th link. This is the 10th link. I don't know where we would travel to. You want to tease anybody with some ideas?
Senegal.
After being here, no Senegal. I would never do.
Why? This is completely different.
This is gonna be just as hard.
With what?
Like food.
No. How? Senegal's a Muslim country.
But Senegal is like as crime, like actual crime though.
Senegal?
Yeah.
What crime do they have in Senegal?
Like gang stuff.
You mean triads that live in Hong Kong?
I think it's a smaller place, and I think the chance of us running into people is more. I couldn't do 5 days in Senegal, man. I could do 1 day. I could do like a Brussels.
Bro, do you have your perception confused, my brother.
The world is a small place. Anyways, so there might never be another episode. And that's okay. Everything good must die.
True.
Anyways, yep. We forgot the hotel thing. Little bonus story about the hotel we went to.
This one?
No. The Ding Dong one.
Oh, that was in a hotel.
Zikang and Zijan, I said their name like so wrong. But I just met them really. Even though I've known about them for years. They're like some perverts, and they know about this place, which it's like a prostitution building or something.
Yeah, prostitution's legal here, so there's like places where they have legally.
It's legal, so it's fine, or like morally, I guess. I mean, it's morally always right. I don't know. Let's not get into that. But it's this building where you go to every floor, and there's like a you have to ring their doorbell specifically, and then you see them, and then you can decide yes or no, and then so. First of all, we're going there, and I wasn't paying attention when they were describing where we're going, and so we get in this elevator, and it's us three, and then like 3 other like old dudes, and I'm like, I guess they live here, because I didn't know what was going on, and they all get off on different floors, and they all look really like sweaty and like disheveled, like this very like, they have something urgent going on, right? And I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. And then we get to the top floor, and I'm like, oh, this is the doorbell thing they were talking about. And so we get to the top floor, and we start working our way down. And then there's this, like, kid who, like, he's, like, not a kid. He's, like, maybe 19 or something.
No, he's, like, 30, but he's just short.
Yeah, he's 30 when he's short. And he's, like, trailing us. Like, every time we reach a floor, he comes a minute later, and he's, like, breathing heavy, like, and he's just, like, trying every door. And so when we're going down, we're seeing everything is booked, but we don't really care. We're just, like, trying to see. I don't know what they're trying to see, but... Anyways, so this kid is just following us, and he's just, poor kid. He's probably like, these 5 fuckers are in front of me in line, and then I'm like recontextualizing the whole elevator ride and why it felt so weird, because those guys were like, no one wants to know when you go into the jerk off chamber, you know, like, and then also we saw like 3 women too, and we were like, oh, okay, I guess they were getting off shift or on shift. Anyways, that was a little story, little surprise story for anyone who listens to the end.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, and Auden wanted to go back there yesterday, and I said no.
Hey, man. Yesterday I was in Macau, so I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
Maybe I was dreaming about that.
Yeah, you were
I
didn't
dream I'd drink half a beer. Crazy thing to dream about.
Putting stories in your...
All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the podcast. Maybe the series...
Season 1?
This might be the only episode we do this entire year, I'll be honest. This might be the end of season 2 and the beginning of season 2.
No, this is the end of season 1.
No, end of season 1 was December.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
The seasons are every year. Maybe if I come to New York.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right.
Right.
Anything to say to your beloved? Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to all that celebrate. Happy President's Day. Happy Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year. Yep. Pakistan. That's where I'm from.
Happy Pakistan Election Day.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
You
I
got
think.
the shooters out there. Y'all rocking with Pakistan. All right.
Who rocking with Pakistan? Thumbs us up.
Thumbs us. Yo, leave a comment where we should go next.
Pakistan.
All
right.
Burns wants us to go to Cuba. All right. Bye.
See ya.
You know what the fuck it is. bagel boy, failing drug tests like a poppy seed. If I'm bored, I'll call her up and get that slap on the